Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem
All right, everyone, welcome. We'll get started. It's the top of the hour here on Tuesday, May 12th, 2020. My name is Sucharita. For those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome on this cool, wintry spring day here in Toronto, Canada. It's we still have cold and snow, and that is what it is to be living during these uncertain times. Even the weather is uncertain. So we are here to practice Shreem Brzee, and we have been since the past few weeks, as well as we're continuing on from our April 5th start, where we came together as a global community to pray for peace and prosperity, protection from the coronavirus around the world. Everyone is gathering, and collectively we are holding hands etherically and praying for one another, praying for everyone to be safe and for this coronavirus to not impact us adversely as it was predicted. And seems like the prayers are doing some good. And of course, we're not the only ones on the planet praying. However, we're doing our part, and it's helping us also to go deep inside and root out any negative congested energies that are blocking us from creating a prosperous life, regardless of what is going on. So we're going to be diving into the energy of Tuesday. And what does that mean? It means that we have the strength and the courage and the ability, the willpower to access Lord Mars' energy and also Lord Muruga's energy. And Mars is a planet of destruction. It's also a planet of will and courage, and it's like the warrior or the athlete. They just never give up until they win the battle. So that's what we want to do, is continue no matter what is going on inside of us, no matter what we're saying to ourselves, or no matter what anyone else is saying to us. We're going to have this strength, this divine will that comes through the planet Mars to destroy negativity. And then it will also allow us to raise the Kundalini energy, because Mars is a fiery planet. So you might be feeling extra heat today. So you might, as we're going through this setup and chanting the mantra, you may feel a lot of energy, a lot of heat. So allow yourself to move around and get comfortable. And then also to have some water on hand if you need to cool off a little bit. Drink it or sprinkle it on your forehead or something that will help you to cool down. So we're not just chanting a bunch of words, we are accessing these energies. So Lord Muruga is the overlord of Mars, and he's the archetype who wants us to stay in our third eye, stay in those higher chakras in our brain, and then activate that higher vibration by reaching out to the dimensions that we don't even know we have access to. However, when we're chanting, even though we're physically here and we're saying words, we hear our voice chanting the mantra. We also feel the vibrations inside, but somewhere else we go to access the peace and prosperity that we want to experience. Also, Lord Mars, Lord Muruga will help us to think of ways to get out of debt, karmic debt, relationship problems, issues, bickering, fighting. Everyone has to be in close quarters for so many hours a day where we didn't have to before. So that's been a little challenging, if not a lot challenging for people. And then because we are spending time alone or isolated from our friends and all those other distractions, we are starting to review our life and think about what has been my problem. No one is doing anything to me. I haven't been able to take charge of my life. So you'll feel this energy, this empowerment today that will help you to get going in your life and just have that energy, have that courage, have that strength, have that ability to take risks. Perhaps you'll explore something to do with the internet or internet business, because Mars is all about the internet as well and technology. So it could be a good time while you're in isolation to do some study, to go onto the internet, do some searches, figure out how to set up a blog, or to explore different online businesses that are related to your interests. And perhaps you could too. There's about 8 billion people on the planet. Somebody's going to buy your stuff. And I think that might be where we're going. We're heading into the future soon enough. And it may be that people are going to be creating online businesses, and it might be you. So you may consider that. And then we also have the Mars Horror right now and in Toronto, Canada. And so that's going to give us a lot of energy, and we're going to get fired up and we're going to burn our karma. So you'll feel this heat of the Kundalini energy coming in. You're going to be chanting the mantra. The goddess is going to come in and redirect your attention. So the fiery energy will purify or create this runway for the divine to land inside of us and keep us focused on completing the process. We also have the 7th waning moon, and the 7th waning moon will give us access and blessings to the sages, the saints, the siddhas, especially the Tamil Siddha tradition that Dr. Ply hails from. And they're all about getting the light body. So some of us might feel like, oh, where did I go? I heard myself chanting. I felt my body here, but then I felt like body parts were disappearing. And at the very end, when we're focusing on all the light in the body from head to toe, and we're just dispersing all that light in all directions and shifting dimensions beyond this 3rd dimensional earth plane that we are here currently. And then we can shift dimensions. We're multidimensional beings, so we can do that. We can go easily to other realms with our subtle bodies, with our emotional body, with our mental body. Our physical body even can get to be lighter and subtler, and we can feel like we're flying. So that might happen. We might feel like, oh, geez, I disappeared. That's great, because the siddhas will be taking us to realms that we perhaps maybe not have been before. So if that happens to you, then just let go, and we'll call you back, and don't worry, you won't go anywhere that you don't want to go. The divine is always protecting you. So with Dr. Ply's grace and blessings, we will have a beautiful experience clearing a lot of karma, ego, maya, and then anything related to enemies, diseases, debts, litigation, competitors, rivals, bickering, fighting, warlike activities, conflict in your mind. It might not be that you have conflict with anyone else because you have a big smile on your face, but there's inner conflict. So Shravana Star or Nakshatra today will support us to listen to the inner voice, that inner calling inside of us that says everything's going to be okay. We're going to be the calm in the storm of life. Even if people are really fearful or upset or angry, you're just going to be solid, stable, calm, peaceful, and not a thinking. You're going to feel that peace, feel that calm, feel the light come in and fire you up. So we'll feel this energy that is listening to the unspoken words, because that's what Shravana means. It means to listen. So even if people are saying words, you're going to be listening to the energy, the subtlety behind the words that are being said. And then also listen to the sound vibrations at a subtler level of Shreem Brzee. So without further ado, that's what we have supporting us today. And we are going to get into a little bit of a meditative state. And I just wanted to show you this spear or lance of Lord Muruga. He's the overlord of today. He's got a lot of energy. So you can imagine his psychic weapon, which is this lance, as your backbone and brain. And then you're going to imagine the chakras are aligned on the shaft of this spear, and then they're going, as we activate them, they're going to fire up the Kundalini energy, and it's going to come into the middle of our brain, and then that is going to open up our crown chakra and allow all this divine energy to come in. So we will implant this image into the backbone and brain, and I'll walk you through the process. We'll activate all the chakras, so you will see that you can stay focused. You can have something to keep you internally connected rather than listening to whatever is going on outside, or, oh geez, what am I going to put on my grocery list, or what do I have to do to prepare for my meeting, or I wonder how the kids are going to be, or whatever is distracting you. It just will fade away as white noise in the background. If not at all, it will just disappear. So the veil or whale, VEL, you can pronounce it as whale, and then it is something that will take you to really high realms. And what do I mean by high? It's very light. This veil has the energy or Shakti or power of millions of suns, light, intelligence. So it will just burn away any negativity. So if negative thoughts come up, memories come up, and you just can't get rid of them, just imagine them as fuel for the veil to burn away. So without further ado, let's get into it. Thank you so much for joining. We will chant 1008 in different body parts, Shreem Brzee, and then we will come back. You're welcome to jump off after that, or you're welcome to stay for a 9-minute ghee lamp meditation where all that energy we've created inside of us will be able to see the gods, the goddesses, Shreem Brzee come into the ghee lamp and give us a message. And then we will wrap up the call with questions or shared experiences that you can post on the chat here on YouTube. So let's get into it. Closing your eyes and putting your attention internally, we're going to focus on the base of the spine and then also down the legs. We're going to imagine a reddish orangish light, which may not be too difficult because Mars energy, Muruga's energy is really red. So we may see that internally, or we may just imagine it. This orangish reddish light is associated with Lord Muruga's brother, Ganesha. He removes obstacles for the Kundalini, the inner fire, to be released from the base of the spine and then activate all the chakras and get up into the third eye. So we'll call on Ganesha to remove the obstacles internally and also in your life. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine the veil or the whale, the spear of Lord Muruga, shooting up, lighting up your backbone and brain. The shaft of the veil is your backbone. The head of the veil is your brain. The middle of it is the third eye. The tip of the veil pierces the top of the skull, sending the light high up into the space. Feel this image lighting up your spine, lighting up the chakras, lighting up your brain with millions of suns light, the fire, the energy. Sending out an SOS to divine beings or establishing a clear Wi-Fi connection with the divine. Feel the support of the divine all around you, the sages, the saints, the siddhas, divine beings. Starting at the base of the spine, we'll activate the chakras. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. Move into the middle of the brain, the third eye. Float your attention down to the base of the spine. Also in the legs, connect with the earth element. Na, 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 na. Move into the navel, the belly. Fill it with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest, also down the arms and hands and fingers. Set them on fire. She. Move up to the throat, the mouth, the nostrils. Connect with the air element or prana, the subtle air. Wa, 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 wa. Move into the two eyes. Keep them steady and still. Focus on the two brains, the right and left brain. Connect with the ether, the Akash, or space. Ya, 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 ya. Now imagine Dr. Pillai appearing before you in a form you're familiar with or a light. Receive 2 beams of light into your eyeballs and another beam of light into your third eye, piercing the forehead, activating the pituitary, going into the middle of the brain, the pineal, third eye. These beams of light are coming from Dr. Pillai's eyes and his third eye into your eyes and into your third eye. Connect. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now Vishwamitra, the saint, the sage who gave us the sound Brzee through Dr. Pillai, visualize him appearing before you, sending 2 beams of light into your eyes and then another beam of light into your third eye. Coming from his eyes and his third eye, activating Brzee, birthing Brzee inside of every cell of your being. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Now move internally into your backbone and brain, your third eye. We'll call on Lord Muruga to enliven the chakras, enliven your third eye with the image of the veil or spear or lance as your backbone and brain. Set it on fire. Om Saum Saravana Bhavaya Namaha. Om Mitrivel Subramanyaya Namaha. Mrugan Kumaran Guhan. 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 Now the image of the veil gets smaller and smaller, moves into your third eye, dances in a flame of fire in your third eye. We'll take a breath in through the nostrils, activating the third eye. Then we'll breathe out through the mouth. And we'll do this a few times, breathing gently, smoothly. Inhale through the nostrils. Hold in the third eye. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nostrils. Hold, third eye. Breathe out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale, nostrils. Hold, third eye. Exhale, mouth. And just breathe naturally a few times, focusing your attention on the third eye. Fill it with light and sound vibrations of Shreem Brzee. We'll begin our practice. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Focus on the light exploding beyond the third eye, beyond the body, in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now bring your attentional energy into the back of your head. Tuck it underneath, into the inside of your brain, at the back of the brain in the middle. Allow your intuition to guide you to the cerebellum, the mini brain that's packed with neurons that are firing with your attention, creating a signal to the divine to come into the back door of your being. Allow all the divine beings to come in and light up the cerebellum. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to explode beyond the cerebellum, beyond the body, in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now put your attentional energy on the whole brain, the front of the brain, the back of the brain, the sides of the brain, the top of the brain, inside the brain. All the neurons are firing. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Feel the whole brain lighting up, exploding the light in all directions beyond the brain, beyond the body. Shift dimensions. Now bring your attentional energy into your nostrils. Send two beams of light up either nostril. Where they meet, they'll activate the third eye, the pituitary, the pineal. Light it up, purify the prana, the air, the energy in the nostrils, in the third eye. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Feel the light exploding beyond the nostrils, the third eye, beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy into your mouth. The mouth lights up, expands. Feel the insides of your cheeks, the tongue, the teeth, the back of the throat lit up. And bring in the vibrations of Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Feel the light exploding beyond the mouth, beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy into your throat, your neck, your shoulders, your arms and hands and fingers, all the way down the arms. Your attention goes into your chest and your upper back. Fill those areas with a laser beam of blue light that enters your throat, pierces it at the Adam's apple, pours blue light into the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the back, the arms, the hands, all the way down to the fingertips. This blue light will burn, purify stubborn karma. Infuse it with the light and the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light flies off the shoulders, taking with it stubborn karma. Expand it beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. And pour your attentional energy now into your windpipe, into the bronchial tubes, the lungs, all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. Fill it with the light that will diffuse negative congested emotions or thoughts around guilt, worry, anxiety, loss, grieving that is suffocating you with every breath. Diffuse it with the light, diffuse it with the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Feel the light exploding beyond the lungs, beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now bring your attentional energy up to your eyeballs. Feel the eyeballs, keep them steady and still. Fill them with light. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the eyes, beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now bring your attention to your ears. Allow beams of light to enter the ears, piercing the eardrums, going in to the middle of the brain, filling the whole head up with light. The scalp is tingling. The face is getting heated up, tingling with the light, the energy. You even can feel the aura around your head. Inside, outside of your head is filled with light. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light in the head explodes beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy inside the trunk of your body, the front of the body, back of the body, the sides, and then go inside. Fill the organs with light, cleansing them, releasing toxic energy, emotions, thoughts. In the heart, the lungs, the stomach, the spleen, the pancreas, the liver, the gallbladder, pour down into the intestines, all the way into the pelvic region. Cleanse the reproductive organs, the kidney, the adrenals, the guts are all lit up. You're releasing toxics, waste that is no longer serving you. Light it up with Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attention into the legs, all the way down into the feet, the toes, even into the ground. Stabilize your practice. Bring all this light, all this energy of Shreem Brzee into the legs, into the ground. Shreem Brzee, 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 Brzee, Shreem 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 Brzee. The light explodes beyond the legs in all directions. Shift dimensions. And for our final round, we'll scan the body from above the head, in the aura of the body, also inside the body, from head to toe. Pour the light and the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light of the body explodes in all directions. Shift dimensions. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment, peace to the world, peace to the universe. And just let go of the practice and take note what's going on inside of you or has gone on inside of you. Feel the vibrations of Shreem Brzee, the light, the love of all the divine beings who supported your practice, including Dr. Pillai and everyone here in the community, the sages, Lord Muruga, Lord Ganesha, Shiva. Pray for whatever it is that you want to manifest. Pray for peace, prosperity for all. And especially those who really, really need it the most. At the minimum, every soul on the earth plane must have food, clothing, shelter, medicine, water, and love, unconditional love from the divine. So our prayers, intentions are for the divine to come, Shreem Brzee to come and do what we cannot do. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. And relax and let go. Take your time to come back. You can open your eyes when you'd like or stay in the meditation. So thanks for joining. Those of you who need to go, we'll see you tomorrow. And then those of you who are going to stay, we're going to gaze into a ghee lamp for 9 minutes, which will feel like 9 seconds. It will fly by really fast. And why does that happen? Because the ghee attracts the divine beings. So we are full of this divine energy. And we want to commune with the divine beings so they will come and reveal themselves. Shreem Brzee, of course. You may see the sages, the siddhas, Dr. Pillai. You may see Lord Muruga or Lord Mars. Or you may not see a thing, but you feel the energy or some message comes. You may see in the flame different colors. Whatever the divine is going to give to you is something that is very special for you, the message for you today. So be there, receptive only. You're going to be gazing, not with your eyes bug-eyed. You're just going to be gazing gently. And then allow whatever is supposed to happen to happen. If you have negative energies or thoughts that come up, again, pour them into the flame. Use it for fuel for the fire. So I'm going to be stepping out of the picture, and you're just going to see the flame in the ghee lamp. And then the lights will be down as well. I'll keep time of everything. And then call you back once I hear the chime, and you may too. Or you can just go off to whatever it is that you're going to do and enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow. So for now, 9 minutes, and we are going to come back. Enjoy your practice. So just adjusting the lamp or the camera for the lamp. I'm going to turn off the lights. You can begin your gazing with the intention that the divine is going to reveal some message to you. We'll see you in a bit. And just let go of the process. You can keep your eyes open or closed. As you make your final prayer of gratitude to Dr. Ply for bringing your soul to come and have its thirst quenched, its hunger satisfied with your light and love and chanting of Shreem Brzee. Make a prayer of gratitude to everyone here for connecting at the level of the soul, creating a consciousness that will burst through the barrier, bringing us closer and closer to that experience of Shreem Brzee consciousness, heaven on earth, joy, happiness, peace, prosperity for all. Make a prayer for anyone who is suffering from ill health, including coronavirus, or they're recovering. Those who have passed, pray for their souls to be at peace and prosper wherever they are in their journey beyond this world. And finally, we'll pray for those who are really struggling, who need food, clothing, clean water, shelter, medicine, and love, unconditional love. Pray that the goddess Shreem Brzee gets to them and gets them what they need. And just close out your prayer. I'm going to turn the lights on. And thank you, all of those people who need to jump off. That was awesome. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time tomorrow. And then those of you who are going to stay, wow, how was that energy today? So perhaps some of you might share about your experience, because every chanting practice is its own unique entity. So we can dive into realms that we never thought we could before and explore internally, have a different experience, have different sensations or thoughts that come up or memories that come up, and know where we're still struggling to let go of negative, congested behaviors or thoughts or memories of the past that are haunting us. We just can't seem to shake it. And just know, is it easier to do now with all this fire and light and super consciousness? Well, it's there. Okay, the memory is there, but is it dragging me down? No way. So, or yes, it is. And I don't know how to shake it. Keep doing the practice. So congratulate yourself for being here and participating. And I'm just going to take a look at the chats. There's lots of people sharing that they're grateful to Dr. Ply and to everyone here. Oh, lots of people from all around the world. That's awesome. Josie is saying, hey, Sutrita, I'm so glad to finally make it to this. Awesome. I love you all. Bless. Oh, that's nice. So people from Singapore, Mexico, the US, Canada. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of thank yous. Oh, Bhairavi is saying 132 people. Gratitude for all who contribute their energy to these Shreem Brzee calls. And it's amazing because although we have a lot of people on the calls, we think there are a lot of people on the calls, there are more downloads afterwards. So lots of people who maybe are sleeping because they're in a different time zone, or they're working, or they're taking care of whatever it is that they need to do, they're coming and viewing it and participating. And that is what we want to do, is keep creating this energy, no matter how we're doing it. And it's so awesome. So thanks to those of you who are contributing by downloading it and then watching it again. So we're going to really build creation, this creative energy of peace and prosperity, and diffuse fear, anger, frustration, or scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness that just seems to be so rooted into us. We've inherited it. And the world is in a big mess right now economically. Don't even know what's going to happen. However, the divine does, and the divine will always help us to find a way out. So the way out is the way in. And what do? We go inside, we clean our own consciousness up as best as we can. We use all that negative congested energy to fuel the fire of the Kundalini, fuel the fire of the ghee, light, and then experience the divine come in, even if it's a flash, even if it's a message, even if it's an image, even if it's blank, nothing, even if it's the world's worst meditation that we just ever had. How could anything have happened to us? Well, as the saying goes, if you show up, then 80% of the work is done, because you're immersed in the consciousness of everyone here, who collectively we are contributing as best we can, and you are too. So we're just putting our intention for the divine to come in, and that's only 20%. Not bad, right? Nice return on your investment. So just note to self, what are those same thinking patterns that come up over and over? And then you'll find after a while of chanting, after coming in, maybe reviewing it again, immersing yourself in it again, getting in that energy and using it to scrub you up and scrub up all that stuff that you cannot shake or you cannot diffuse. And then you will, all of a sudden, there will be a moment where it's like, oh, I'm not so attached to that anymore, or that doesn't bug me anymore. Where did that go? The goddess took it away from you. So that's always fun to look forward to. Carol is saying, these are so revitalizing for me. Love from California. Awesome. Michael is saying, we created a vortex of Shreem Brzee. You said it, Michael. Aruna is saying, want to talk to Dr. Pillai once in life. Please let us know how to connect with him or contact him. Well, what you can do, as he says, you don't have to see him in person. You just connect through the teachings, through chanting the practices, get a picture, like the picture behind me. You can have one a little bit smaller. It doesn't have to be that large. That was a gift given to me, and I just love it. Because everybody can see it. It's not so small that you can't see it. So you can have a small picture of him in your wallet. And then you can just be, if you have a candle or you have a ghee lamp, you can offer it and just say, you're the light. You're showing me the way out of my problems. I've tried everything and I've come across your teachings. I'm doing my best. Please help me to manifest X, Y, Z. And when you talk to him in that way, from your heart, and you talk to him in a way that is going to be, you're not going to be nervous, or you're not going to be like in performance anxiety. Oh my God. You're just communing with this mentor in your life who has the highest consciousness to help your soul to burn or purify, transcend your difficult karma. So he doesn't really pay attention too much to your words anyways, or even to what you look like. To him, it's all light. And all he can see when you're in his presence is your karma. And then his intention is to help you to diffuse it, to find a way out of your situation. So whether you see him in person, whether you never see him in person, it's like, the masters, they will go to the people who are farthest away, but they're so close to his heart or her heart. So connect at the level of the heart, show the light, You can offer a raisin or incense. You can put a flower there. Even if you just don't have any of that, you can just put a few drops of water. Not on the picture, you don't want to ruin it, but just in front, because the water will just evaporate, a few drops. And you say, this is all I have. Please help me with my problem. And then magical things will happen. Mysteries that you cannot solve, those unknown things will suddenly be known to you. And then you'll find a way out. So you can also go and see him during Guru Purnima, which is coming up. If we are out of COVID, if we can travel and things like that, it may be in person. Although there's going to be one option to view him online, to view the seminar online, which they do have every year, it seems. So you can see him, connect with him that way. Or if he is going to be in India for his birthday in January, at the end of January, early February, that's when it is every year. And then the odd time, if you're in a city that he decides to go and visit, you might be able to see him there. But otherwise, you won't see him. So best way is the way in, and you will see him and you will feel him and he will give you the guidance. And the teachings are always like all the masters. They will connect with you through chanting of the mantras, doing their courses or their teachings, or participating in the services, the remedies that are offered through Apply Center or Asheville. That's how you'll connect with him best. Kelly is saying here, I heard Shreem Brzee bracelets, bangles, all through our chanting. Wow. So I think we had that happen last few days that people have been sharing. And that's what happens. We become so alert and we shift dimensions. We get out of this reality and then we're able to be in their realm. So the realm of the goddess, Shreem Brzee, or the realm of the other goddesses, because even though Shreem Brzee is the one we're chanting to, all the gods, all the goddesses are like, hey, I want to come to the party too. And so we may have, we may be magnetically drawn to other gods or goddesses, or the gods or goddesses of the day. For example, Lord Mars, Lord Muruga, they are the stars of today, being a Tuesday. And then the sages, being the seventh waning moon, are going to be around us, surrounding us energetically. And then we are chanting Shreem Brzee, but they're all there as well, just like Dr. Pillai is there. Even though we're chanting, his energy is inside of us and showing us where we need to clean up our consciousness that's stored in the different areas of our subtle body that corresponds with this physical body, our emotions, our mind, and so on. So it's great to hear that and people smell things too. People, they'll smell like beautiful roses or lotuses or jasmine, and people will taste, they'll be swallowing, oh my, like honey. The taste of honey is there. Some people, they feel the goddess shall come moving through them in different body parts, and then waking up, lightening and lightening them, lighting up those parts that were painful. They have this lightness of being. The karma is flying off the shoulders, out of the neck. That's where it gets stuck, because all the energy is coming up through the chakras, and whatever is not been able to be shaken out, it gets stuck here in the throat. So you can't get up to the third eye, up to the brain, and then out into those higher realms. So it's so important to keep chanting the mantra and stay alert. If you can, if you're too sleepy, that's okay. As Dr. Pillai says, the goddess is going to do it while you're sleeping. But if you want to be alert, then maybe take a shower, or at least splash some water on your face, brush your teeth. So you're really not thinking too much or paying attention too much to other physical matters. So you can be preparing yourself a little bit more by being fresh and clean and alert. So Gina's saying so much blessings to everyone, even if it's the worst meditation. It is. Oh my goodness, I think, why are these thoughts coming? And I'm chanting Shreem Brzee, and these thoughts are coming, and they're like big, huge thunder clouds. They're not just floaty clouds. They're just like lightning. And I'm just like, oh my God, please leave me already. And then I catch myself getting into the drama of it. And then I go, what am I doing? And this is like a split thought process going on. But it's that process where we're like, okay, enough of that. And I'm going to continue to focus. Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, and more thoughts come. What? Where are you coming from now? And then you don't analyze it too much, but it's just keeping you alert. And then when we can get into blow that lie, let it explode beyond the body. It's kind of like all that thoughts, all those impressions, those energies are coming, and then they just disperse. And then I can feel this shift happen. Oh, it's peaceful in that moment. So we're always constantly being bombarded by thoughts. Even saints and sages, they will get caught up in whatever the thoughts are in the place that they're in. So there's lots of stories of how they got, almost duped into negative situations, and they had to kind of like shake themselves out of it. But there was just so many, it was so intense, the dark thoughts. So everybody battles. This is the plane of existence where there's the pair of opposites. So as you're bringing in more light and love and peace and prosperity, the equal and opposite is coming in intensely as well, trying to put out your light. And you just go, The light is always going to win over. And that's a great practice in our everyday living, where you can just be going along, you're a happy camper, and then all of a sudden someone comes and they cut you a dirty look, and you just feel like, ugh, what just happened to me? And yet it wasn't about you. It could have been that they were so full of negativity. Maybe they heard some bad news. Maybe they just lost their job. Maybe someone has coronavirus, or they do. So they're just full of that fear, anger, frustration, but we're misreading the whole thing. And yet we're experiencing that intensity on us. And it's like, oh, that's yucky. So all the more reason to keep doing your spiritual practices. And in that case too, where you can't shake it with your chanting, then you can, if you have a veil, you can pierce it with a lemon or a lime. This is a lime here in Toronto, Canada. I know some places around the world, this could be a lemon. So a lemon or a lime. I think I have another, yeah, I have a lemon here. So this is what we have here in Canada. Lime, lemon. You can use either. And then you just take the lance of Lord Murugan, and this is a big lance. You can get a smaller one, maybe, a couple of inches. They're offered through Ply Center Afterbed, and they get energized. And what that will do, you think, oh, this is how can that do? It's just like, you have certain skills, you have certain skill set, or you have certain experiences that no one else can do but you. And people call on you to do it. And you're just you. So the veil is Lord Muruga. It has the ability to destroy enemies, diseases, debts, litigation, negativity, congested energy, stubborn karmas. So you can just take it and pierce the lemon or lime. And then and you just leave it on your desk or leave it on your altar where you can see it, and you just are reminded, hey, this is going to absorb all the negativity instead of it going in me. You can also take a lemon or a lime and put it on your eyes, just Shreem Brzee, and imagine the negativity going into this surrogate spiritual technology that will absorb the negativity. And then you can put it on your ears, your nostrils, your mouth, all those sensory organs. They're the gateways to the negative thinking, the negative energy that comes in. And then you start thinking those thoughts, and you're like, what? I'm not even thinking those thoughts, but the energy gets in those orifices. also in the pores of your skin. So you might be rolling it on your shoulder, your chest, your chakras. If you have heart sorrow, just put it on your heart and absorb it. And then imagine all that negativity going into the lemon or the lime. And then you can just cut it with a knife and then throw it away. You don't have to keep it anywhere. You can just throw it in the garbage, or if you have an organic waste, you can do that, or you can discard it in nature and somewhere discreet so that people aren't going to wonder what you're doing. And also they might be thinking you're polluting. So just be discreet and be practical in what you're doing, be alert. And so those are great ways to get rid of anything that's come up during your chanting session. You go, wow, shouldn't I be feeling like peaceful and love and prosperous? And how come I feel irritated? So keep doing those karma busting, use this karma busting spiritual technologies as well, if it's too much for you to handle. But Shreem Brzee, you can keep chanting Shreem Brzee, and eventually you'll break through the karma as well, or that negativity, because Shreem Brzee is a karma busting sound. So try it and then see what happens. You can also pour water, milk, or juice on the veil, the spear, the lance of Lord Muruga every day, and that will take care of your karma. So try that out as well. We've talked about it in different programs. Power Time Practice is something that I love doing. We've been doing it for about 8 years. Every Saturday we've come together and meet with people around the world in different courses, different spiritual practices, and it's free. And then we share about these technologies that you can use in the week ahead. So we're not looking too far ahead. And then we will give you a heads up on what is coming up. Like yesterday, we celebrated Saturn going into retrograde. What does that mean? Into Capricorn. And then you can review that audio or the YouTube. And then tomorrow we'll talk about Venus transiting into Taurus. It's already in Taurus. It's going to go retrograde, meaning it's going to take a look back. And then the following day is Jupiter going retrograde in Capricorn. So it's going to be something that this week will be totally transformational, and we'll use Shreem Brzee to navigate these big power times that are creating these challenges in life, or they're opening up doors for us to explore a deeper understanding of our true meaning, our true purpose in life, and what our truth really is, regardless of what's going on politically, financially, economically, socially, religiously. So that's what I wanted to share about that. So Bhairavi is just posted, GP means Guru Purnima. It's the full moon. Purnima means full moon. And Guru is, of course, the spiritual master, not only Dr. Ply, but all gurus. And from this realm and other realms will be coming into the earth plane to bless everybody on that powerful full moon. July 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, if it's allowed to happen as per the lockdown rules, and it will be in San Diego. And I love when Dr. Ply says San Diego. So San Diego is a place to kill the ego. Why would we want to do that? So we're more divine. I mean, we can't kill the ego completely. We'd be dead. So there is that opportunity for us to transcend this karmic ego and get into a divine ego so that it's useful and it's bringing in divine intelligence rather than our karmic baggage that we carry from lifetime to lifetime. So Shishmita is saying here, as these negative energies come up about different people while we're chanting, does it harm these people? No, not at all. You can be thinking, oh my God, why am I thinking I'm jealous or I hate this person? And some people say to me, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying I hate somebody. That's horrible, isn't it? Well, no, it's part of being human. So if you indulge in it and you really do cultivate that, well, then you're in trouble and you'll find your way out, and could be now or later or never, and then come back again and try it out. So those thoughts are going to come up. And you just have to be kind and compassionate towards yourself. It's not going to harm them if you are doing a spiritual practice at the same time, because the spiritual energy or the goddess Shreem Brzee, she knows you can't help yourself. We're like kids, we're having temper tantrums in our mind. It's not really happening in the reality. It's in our mind. So she's just like, okay, have yourself a little time out, and I will just go take care of those people who you're sending missiles to, and you're not doing it on purpose. It's just we get out of control. So they won't be harmed. And then you just keep doing your Shreem Brzee, and then ask the goddess, okay, please bless us all. Like, we just need peace. We can't even come out of it because it's bombarding our thoughts. So since 2 days, I felt lots of bickering internally may affect the people that I thought negatively about. No, you're fine, Shishmita. So just for the fact that you've shared that, it's the truth of who you are and the honesty. That's pure. So the divine isn't so much about what's right or wrong. Of course, you're going to try to be morally correct. However, it knows that you know when you've messed up. And when you need that mercy and compassion to stop messing up, we can't help ourselves. So the divine, as long as you're chanting your practices, and again, use the surrogate technology to help to rid yourself of that residual negativity, because it's going to come back again and again, depending on how deep the karma is, how many lifetimes you've been carrying it, and so on. Otherwise, we'd all be good. Like in heaven, the more we get to vibrate with the beings in heavenly realms, the faster we can de-manifest those thoughts and bring in, fabulous energy and bless everybody. So that's another tool that you could use, Sushmita, or anyone else, is, okay, I've totally messed up. Please bless them, surround them with love. You can do visuals like, oh my God, I want to send you pink light, or the goddess Lakshmi, and just surround you, because I don't want to do this anymore. So it has to go beyond our karma. But it's great that you're alert, and these are the kinds of things that I would advise for you to combat that energy that keeps coming back again and again and playing out. And it will fade away. It will fade away with your intentions, and you're sincere, and you can't do it on your own. It's you've had guidance or counseling or therapy, and it still isn't fixed the problem. And then what if you feel okay about the situation but they don't, and then they keep sending the negativity, and you're just like, oh, you're drawn in the drama again. So you just want to flick the channel and give it to the divine. So hopefully that's been helpful. Faraz is saying, hi, Suchit, as long as we have this constant battle between higher and lower energies, I was attacked by Alakshmi's energies last evening. And once again, today's meditation exploded it all out. And that's what will happen. So for the people, Faraz or anyone else who is not familiar with Alakshmi, Alakshmi. So it's the sister of Lakshmi, which doesn't start with an A. Lakshmi is Lakshmi. So Lakshmi means without peace, without prosperity. So it's the equal and opposite. And we all have those kinds of situations in our lives, maybe siblings, maybe colleagues or workmates or bosses or underlings, or people in our lives that we're just banging heads, where there's so much polar opposition happening. And it's to awaken us to, it's just a matter of, it's a choice. So either you're going to go towards it, or you're going to do something. And Faraz has chosen to come in, as he always does, and then pour his intention into the practice. Use all that negative energy to be fuel for the fire, or the ghee, or the kundalini energy, the goddess Shreem Brzee, and then it gets diffused. So it's an ongoing every day. You know, there's a saying, saints are sinners who never give up. So saints, those people who we look to and we say, oh my God, they're so enlightened, they're so peaceful, they're so happy. And it wasn't always like that. They were having many dark nights of the soul, meaning that they were always battling their thoughts and like, why? I'm praying all this and I'm still having negative thoughts. So they just never give up. And so that's kind of important for all of us to take note of it. Hey, we could get to that level of consciousness or existence as a saint has, historically speaking, only in modern times or the time we're living in now. So you don't have to dress up in a robe and go chant mantras in a cave or in a monastery. You can just be, okay, you can be inspired by those people in the past, admire them, and also know that, hey, they just never gave up. They're like athletes in the divine world. They're just going to go, even if their leg is broken, they're going to keep running to the finish line, right? And then that's what drives us. That's what makes us to continue to go for the light versus to get distracted and discouraged and so on. So saints are sinners who never gave up. And what is a sinner? A sinner is just, you're missing the mark. So you haven't met the kabillionth Shreem Brzee. So people say, oh, I've been chanting every day for, 2 months or 10 years or 25 years. God only knows. Goddess only knows what you did in previous lifetimes that said, okay, get to this lifetime and you can chant and chant and chant and chant, and that will be the thing that will bust through a tremendous amount of karma. But in the meantime, you'll be transcending every day. You'll be transcending your problems. So come and do that. Just like Christ said, just say the Our Father, okay, hey, Dad, you're in heaven. So give us what we need here as it is there in heaven. I don't know, because heaven's not here. I'm looking around. It's pretty dark. So we're just praying, we're chanting, we're trying to connect with the divine, knowing that it is inside of us, knowing that it is the kingdom within, and keeping that stoked. Keep it burning bright. Keep diving for the treasures inside of you. And Shreem Brzee, Shreem means direction. It will say, okay, go here for the treasure. Oops, you got to keep digging. It's dirty. It's dark soil there. You got to dig it. You got to take the pickaxe. You got to take the jackhammer. You got to scrub it up. You got to shine it up. And then, oh, okay, there's the treasure in that part. So Shreem Brzee is going to birth wealth consciousness in there. So Shreem and Brzee are going to reveal the secrets. Is it going to take forever? No. Because you're coming and you're participating in something that is happening globally, and then connecting with souls who are like-minded in that they are putting their mind, their attention towards Shreem Brzee, filling their bodies up, filling their energy, filling the space, filling the communities, filling the space of the people who are in their lives, hugging everyone etherically, energetically. And then praying deeply to the divine. Come on, come on. I can't come back another lifetime and have to do this all over again. So it's great feedback. Froz is also saying, Varahi has surrounded me all over in purple protective halo of love and light. The lime pierced with the veil changed colors almost instantaneously yesterday. Oh, cool. Muruga protected me very well. Lovely. Gina is commenting on what Frosh said. And, oh, someone here, Cinema Helvi, had visions of a vase-like container above me pouring out translucent gold times into me for the first time. And that's beautiful. We'll start to, when we are sharing this with one another, we'll start to have these images and these visions. And then you can even go and explore it more. You can go on the internet and say, okay, what is the vision of the symbol of the chalice above my head? And what are the gold coins? you may feel, okay, that's the sign that Goddess Lakshmi is pouring the gold into me, but it could also have a deeper meaning for you. So explore those images, explore those symbols, explore your own experience. And then that will help to give you encouragement or motivate you to keep going more and more into it. So we don't want to just have a superficial experience and say, okay, well, I chanted another 100 or 1,008 or whatever the number is. And you want to go, okay, I'm chanting and we're creating this vortex of energy, and then I'm going to dive in and I'm going to see what happens. And I'm going to swim around it for a while, or I'm going to disappear in it and see if the divine comes. So it seems like that's the end of the questions or the comments or the shared experiences. So that's all I wanted to share with everyone here in this session. So we'll see you tomorrow, same time. In the meantime, please, please, please continue to listen to Dr. Pillai's chanting of Shreem Brzee. There's audio downloads, and you can listen to the vibrations going on in the house. Even if you have it at the minimum volume and it's in a different room, it's your space. So the energy is going to be keeping the light and the love and prosperity consciousness and peace in the house or in the space that you have it playing. And then maybe when you enter that room, then you'll be reminded, oh yes, I have to do my 1,008 Shreem Brzees that you can sit down to in the morning sometime, in the afternoon, and then join us here in the evening. If it works for you, whatever time zone you're in, then the different timings are going to be according to wherever you are. So you want to also maybe meditate and do some meditation. You can be walking out in nature and chanting. You can be doing your chanting while you're in the shower or cleaning or anything. So just know that you don't have to be sitting in meditation and, locking yourself away. It can be any time. In the car is a great time when you're traveling. Or just getting out and walking around. Do some exercises, light exercises, because the body will be shifting the energy around. So you want to feel when energy is leaving you, that's not serving you anymore. You want to give it an exit point for it, or lots of places for it to leave. So people are sharing that they do Tai Chi, or they do light yoga, or walking, or going and hugging a tree, being out in nature is going to help to that process to happen so much more easily, smoothly, joyously. And keep chanting, keep thinking about Shreem Brzee. Get your vision board happening if you haven't got that one started yet. If you don't know how to create a vision board, Google it. There are so many great ideas. Joki Master is saying, I know about the number 108. What about 1,008, which you mentioned? This is not 10 times more. 108 has another meaning. Where did 1,008 come from then? Anytime a master will ask you to go to 108, then you'll go to 108 and you'll say, okay, I did 108, nothing happened. Okay, go to 1,008. Okay, well, go to 10,008. Go to 100,008. Go to 1,000,008. So it's a sacred number. You can go and Google that as well. It depends on the teaching, the spiritual teachings. But anytime we break through that 1,008 or 108 or 10,008 and so on. When we break through that level of consciousness or layer of consciousness, then we can never go back. So there's different meanings, but in a nutshell, we're bursting through levels or layers of consciousness. It's like a matrix we're in. So it's not like, okay, you're going to peel this layer off and then this one and then this one. And it's like there's layers and layers and it's intermixed and, it's all a bunch of, it's very complex. And that's how our karma is. So we want to break through something here, break through something there, break through something in, out, around. So whenever we meet that number, it will break through that consciousness and then it will explode the light. So check it out. and on Google, Google or your favorite search engine, and then see for yourself what the masters have said in different spiritual practices. Helen is saying, I find it hard chanting them all. Is it just as powerful if I just listen to you chanting? Absolutely. You can. We talked about that last night or in previous calls, where there is chanting aloud, which is called japa, or there's ajapa or ajapa. So ajapa. Ajapa means that you're chanting internally. So you are not saying the sounds out loud. Internally, you're thinking it, or quietly you're saying it. You may be whispering, and then that will help you also with the chanting. So you can try whispering or saying it more going into more of a silence. So Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. And then you're not saying it at all, but you're thinking it and you're taking it in. Or you're just listening to, in this case, me chanting it aloud, and then you're diving deep and you're just swimming along with it. So you can do either or. People fall asleep and they say, I woke up in parts of my drifting off and I heard your voice and you brought me back to Shreem Brzee, and then I went in and I came out and I don't know where I went. So my mouth is just saying sounds, but the energy, like Shravana star, the energy of today, the nakshatra, is supporting us to explore what's behind the words, what's behind the energy, the subtlety. And then we will know, oh my goodness, I'm connecting with Shreem Brzee. Everything's manifesting in my life and I haven't even said Shreem Brzee. So we're building the consciousness inside of us. So yes, you can be chanting out loud, or you can be chanting internally, you can be thinking it, or you can be not even thinking it, but it's happening. So those are the different levels of concentration as per Patanjali, but we won't get into that. But it's taking you from a more gross level of the experience to a more subtler. And then you're just in Shreem Brzee. You are Shreem Brzee. You don't have to activate it. It's already going. So hopefully that's helpful for you. You're very welcome, everyone. So attitude of gratitude is the thing that will get us the farthest in life, in that it's not a race, but it is, you will have an experience of lifelong happiness and joy and peace overall, because we're always going to have ups and downs. We're always going to be faced with these uncertain times in our lifetime, maybe more so than others. However, it's part of our experience here on the earth plane. And what is our true purpose is to connect with our soul. And how do we feed our soul? With the teachings of the masters that have gone before us. And they keep saying, okay, this should work for you in this time and age that we are right now. So it's all a blessing from Dr. Pillai that he guided you to come here and to commune with everyone, to participate, to do something that's greater than what you can do on your own. And then collectively, we're going to just burst through barriers of consciousness, not even knowing. So that's what the divine wants to do too, is to get us out of our mind, to get us out of our ego, and just do something that will help a stranger. We will never ever meet them, but at the level of the soul, they will know, and you will know too, that you helped someone in need, in desperate times, because you never know, as Dr. Pillai says, when your time is going to come, or you're going to be, feeling down and out, and you're going to want the divine to intervene. So that's how it is on the earth plane. And, we want to do unto others as we would have them do unto us. And the golden rule and so on is not just something that is written. It's a divine law. So Zoki Master saying, when I chant Shreem Brzee, I chant very slow. I think we should experience the sound, meditate on it, and not just tell it fast many times. Yeah, sometimes that's true. However, when you are chanting it fast, it also will help you to focus and move your mouth and bring in the energy into the tongue, into the teeth, into your body, into, you want to feel the speed, because that's what happens as well, is that we're asking Shreem Brzee that's from some other dimension, that it's super fast. It's like we'd have to take many rocket ships to burst through. And when we go in a rocket ship, it's going pretty fast. It's not going like 5 miles an hour. It's going like a gazillion, right? I'm not really sure how fast rocket ships go, but they go pretty fast. And so we need that speed. We need to feel that speed of accessing that experience of speed. And some people can feel it if they're chanting slow and you're an experienced chanter, but others who are maybe faced with a lot of negativity, if they're doing it slowly, they'll just be thinking of the negativity. They won't be concentrating on the chanting. So the chanting, speeding it up, slowing it down, doing it in variations, meditating on it, it is confusing the mind and it's getting us out of control. We want to get out of control. We're trying to control it too much and get out of the way and allow the divine to sneak in there. And that's what will happen if we are doing the chants in various speeds and various ways of getting out of a rut or a routine, because even spiritual practices, you can go into like a plateau. So hopefully that is helpful for people who cannot keep up to the speed or who want to slow down. Trust me, I'm not in control of it at all. It's just coming through. And yes, you want to observe that you are articulating it to some degree or another, and exploring how those sounds take you into more subtler realms. So yes, it's great to be able to say it slowly, but also it can be misleading people, because then they'll be saying it, but then they won't be able to concentrate because they got so many worries. So when we're saying it a little faster, it's kind of like it's keeping our attention on, oh my God, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. Oh, my mouth is moving and it hurts actually my face, or my mouth is moving and it's hurting my neck or my back. And then I'm saying the mantra and, oh, I realize it's causing a lot of pain. And then pain is always a signal that there's something just off. There's something off inside of you, whether that's emotionally, spiritually, energetically, physically, and so on. Arjun is saying, I am feeling relaxed and sleepy after the chanting session. Is it an indication of deep healing? It can be, but it also can be that we have so much speed of intelligence inside of us. It's like running a marathon and you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I just went through that. So that's what your energetic body is saying. You just took it on a journey, and then it's come back into your physical body that didn't go anywhere. Or if you're walking, that's fine. You went somewhere. It's not, going on this marathon of chanting. And so you are integrating that energy inside of you. So again, please take more water in, hydrate yourself even more than you do now, and help to release the toxins, because a lot of fatigue happens that when we're dehydrated. So regardless if it's whether it's hot or cold, when you're doing this practice, we're cooking ourselves from the inside out. With millions of sun's light and energy, although we don't see it or we can't imagine it, we'd be like barbecue, burnt to a crisp if it was actually the reality. But that energy, that intelligence that comes with the god or the goddess getting into us, it can be fatiguing us. So take in water, and then be kind to yourself, rest more. Take showers. That will also help to hydrate you as well and keep you alert. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, we're at the top of 2 hours. Let's wrap it up. So God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you tomorrow, or those people who are viewing this. Thank you so much for viewing it. Share it with your friends and family members. You never know. They might experience a different level of consciousness, a different way of being, maybe some peace. Maybe they will learn about what's going on inside of them and around them, and they'll have a different way of being in all this as we come through and we get back into life and then see what the new normal is. We'll be prepared in a way that we may not have been prepared before. So please share this. And then God bless you all. Thanks to Dr. Pillai for guiding your soul to be here to experience it. Namaste.